What's happening, guys? Cap over here, and welcome to a new year as we're going to try to start the New Year's with a W against the Chicago Bouffalants. A really big battle once more because it's an in-conference game, which means this team is below us and we're above, so they can pick up some ground, or we can slowly separate ourselves from the pack. But anywho, before we get into this, roll in the intro. Alright, so like I said, I was really nervous about this battle. He's got things like Mega Lopunny, Starmie, Kingdra, Rotom. He's got a lot of good tools that he can use, and then he's got a lot of bulk to deal with that. So he's got like Hippo, Aromatisse, Rotom wants to get more because, spoilers alert, he brought in an AV Rotom, which is, I like it. I really like AV Rotom. I've never ran it, but it sounds cool. It sounds really cool in practice. He's got Umbreon, Dusclops, and probably a lot more things that I cannot remember at this point. He also has Gothorita, which has Shadow Take, so that's something I sort of kept in mind. It was sort of a last minute like, aha, he does have that, and oh no, that thing could possibly do that. So I sort of did prep a bit just in case if it came down to that. I don't want to lose him on just because I overlooked it or I didn't really think of it as a threat. I've done that more enough, and it really sucks when you do something like that. But anywho, we're going to run through the team that I have with me today. And we've got the Scizor, the Ditto, Seismitoad, Cofagris, Mega Charizard X, and the Florges. So Mega Charizard X is actually an offensive variant today. We're actually running Adamant, Sun Speed, and Swords Dance with Flare Blitz and Outrage. So there's not going to be a lot of walls that can take that. It is just super heavy packed, and I'm pretty hyped for this. I was like, you know what, I can't figure out my 6-mon. I'm just gonna slap on something that can do some big damage and can just, you know, call it a day pretty much. We've got the Choice Bandit Scizor over here just to take down Mega Lopunny. This is like the third time I've gone against a Mega Lopunny in league play this week, so I was really like, I'm sort of tired of going against Mega Lopunny in terms of that. It's just, it is way too much for me to really assess at this point. Mega Lopunny is a good mon, but going against it 3 times, it's just a headache to prep for because it's so good. He's got Starmie, so yeah, just random thought right there. He's got Starmie, as you can tell. So Scizor really just puts in some good work over here. Lopunny, his lower mons too don't appreciate knockoff superpower, and Bullet Punch from the Aromatisse doesn't appreciate it, just in case if he's running like, I don't know what sort of sets he would run. It's just a fat mon, Aromatisse. Ditto, just in case his mons like Kingdra, Lopunny, or Starmie get out of control, I can simply revenge kill them with Ditto. It allows me to build momentum, and it's a little safety net for myself. This is my Choice Scarf Pokemon, so it's something I sort of kept in mind just in case things go down south and he starts setting up on me and I don't have Cough to haze it out. Seismitoad is in here just to deal with things like, what is it to deal with? He's got a Volt Switcher, he's got a really good water type, and it's just got some extra coverage on it. When I saw the matchup in this battle, I was like, it could do some work, but I don't know. It would be a bit of a toss of the die to see how much it does. It takes on Rotom decently well if it doesn't have Hidden Power Grass, and it takes on Hippo really well. It's also it was my check to Aggron just in case, you know, I didn't want Cough to do all of that work just to take down Lopunny and then suddenly for me to lose to a Choice Scarfed Aggron or a Weakness Policy Rock Polished Aggron. So it was just in there just in case that happened, and it can actually wall Aggron decently well or take one hit, one of the two. Then we have Cough over here, which is your standard. For some reason, I brought in Toxic Spikes so many times this season. It is just unbelievable. I really like it because a lot of the teams aren't equipped to deal with Toxic Spikes. So T-Spikes, Hacks, Pain Split, and Haze, just in case, like I said before, things get out of control and I need to just haze it out in case, you know, things happen. Because I know this is going to be sort of like dragging your feet through the mud sort of battle, and it allows me to really not let him take a hold of this battle and take control of it. So it's just a little safety net once more, just in case things go down south or west or whatever is your little hell right there. And then we've got the Adamant Charizard X just to do work. He's got a lot of walls. Outrage, Flare Blitz, pretty simple, pretty basic, does so much work, does so much damage. I'm so excited to use it. And then we have Florges. Florges is a really great mon in this matchup because a defensive Florges with Calm Mind, while so much of his team, he doesn't have a lot of answers. And I was like, alright, so if he doesn't bring Aggron, Florges can do a lot. And what do you know, winner winner chicken dinner, there is no Aggron, there is a Rotom, there's an Aromatisse, a Starmie, a Megalopunny, a Hippo, and a Kingdra that could potentially have Iron Head. So I was like, okay, I see who's gonna put in a lot of work over here. I see a big dog, I see a big flower, Mod looking pretty over here, spent all day doing the makeup, and you know what? It's paying off, it's really paying off. But we'll get into this battle right now. 5 minutes, not bad, almost 6. Hooray, hooray, hip hip hurrah. Anywho, over here I figured I'd lead up with Cough, just because Mega Lopunny is there and I know he might want to get his Mega off. Plus, T-Spikes are so good in this battle, it puts pressure on his team. So I'm going to send out Cough over here, and he sends out Starboy. Now, he switches out over here because, I don't know why. I can't speak for him. But he switched out over here, and I switched out over here because I do not want Starmie to do some chip damage on this. Mega Lopunny is still around, and Mega Lopunny is sort of an issue for my team. So I'm like, I'm switching out of here. I'm going into Mod, because Mod can do some decent work. And Starmie doesn't, I guess. I don't know what Starmie had. I really don't know what Starmie had. So I'm just going to go right into Florges over here, which is great for me because now we can start setting up Calm Minds or going for Moonblast. One Calm Mind means that, you know, things like Hippowdon couldn't take hits if it's not especially defensive. Kingdra, not going to. Rotom really doesn't do much to Florges. And Starmie, fortunately for me, Starmie won't be doing a lot with Florges because I'm defensive invested, so that means I'm pretty bulky, I'm pretty fat, I'm pretty big. So I'm looking good over here. Volt Switch does a measly 84%, and I get at a +1 special attack and defense, which means I can stay in here. I ran the calcs, Earthquake, no damage. If he sets up Stealth Rocks, no problem. Florges is looking pretty nice at this point. So I think I get a high roll on this. I think low roll was like 48, a high roll is like 53, so 52 is pretty nice. And I'm just firing off more Moonblast because why not? Florges can do a lot of work. Sandstorm is up, which means Synthesis won't be doing that much recovery, but I can just keep on doing this. I can keep on applying pressure, and I can keep on doing it. This puts him on the back of his heels because he has to play around this Florges. And all I have to do is really just keep this Florges healthy. And he goes into Riverside, which was a curious play on my part, or on his part, because at the time I'm like, Riverside doesn't do anything. I don't know what he wants to do. Does he want to set up Calm Minds, pass on a Wish? I have no idea. So I'm like, thank you very much, Todd. Thank you for letting me to get a free +2. Todd actually makes a really good play over here. He baits the Calm Mind or the Synthesis, and brings out Lope God, which means I will not live a return and fake out combo. The 1-2 punch, the good old 1-2 punch from Mega Lopunny. Cannot do it right now. And I'm like, I applaud you because that is a solid play. Todd showing off his A+ game over here because Florges was looking pretty threatening, and a Moonblast, I don't know if Lopunny could take it. So I'm like, oh boy. I did the calcs. I knew Florges is pretty big in this battle, and I'm not staying in. So I go into Raffle Coffin. That's right, I passed up a +2 special attacking Florges. +2 Calm Mind. Oh, so hard. Toughest click of the button I had to click. It was like, ugh, can't, why, cry. So I just go into Raffle Coffin. I know whenever Raffle Coffin comes in, or Raffle Coffin versus Mega Lopunny, this allows me to put on Toxic Spikes, which is a really good, really good. Because, you know, it puts pressure on a lot of his mons. There we go. I can speak properly. I can speak. It puts a lot of pressure on his mons. So I'm just going for T-Spikes at this point. And he brings out Riverside. So I was tempted to just, you know, set up a second layer, but I've got Florges over here who can simply heal up, look pretty big, and it puts a lot of pressure on his team. So he brings out Rotom. No problem for me. I can just Calm Mind over here. It's honestly no problem for me. And over here, once again, we're at a 50-50 play. I can just bring out Cough, and just take the fake out and just keep on doing some more stuff. Or I can just stay in with Florges and simply try to kill this thing. So I'm at 89. I knew I can take the fake out and return, but yeah, it sort of it works out. It doesn't work out for me. And he makes a switch over here, which is a really good play on his part. Like, that's a solid play because, you know, I could have just gone for one of those moves and put myself in a position, but he knows that I'm switching out into something, and I end up switching out to Cough. So this is a favorable matchup for me because, first of all, I Rapid Spin block him, and second of all, it's just it's good for me. It's really good for me. But pretty much all this can work out is, you know, if he goes for Hydro Pump, he does a lot of damage. I go for Hex, I can potentially take him down. So it's pretty much comes down to Cough, can you live this? And what do you know? Cough ends up living a Hydro Vortex, which is something I did not count for. I always forget about Z moves. So I had, fortunately for me, take out Cough. And as you can tell over here, he makes a really brilliant play going for the Hidden Power Grass for the switch in. And my thought process over here was, you know, if he has Hidden Power Grass, so be it. That's a great play on his part because he makes that really solid prediction, and that's a really great prep too. But if I sack off Moly Moly over here, I can simply go into Florges and start setting up some more Column Mine. So I was okay with this turn of events over here. It doesn't really do a lot for me, but like I said, I'm going to stack off Moly Moly. If he goes for Volt Switch, I get some more damage off of it. And if he goes for Hidden Power Grass, I get a free switch into Florges. He puts himself in a bad position, and, you know, it's looking a bit shaky over here. So he ends up going for Hidden Power once more. And yeah, so that's a really great play. I like it. As he's just going to go into a returning hero, the Kingdra. And I know I live a Iron Head at this range, but I cannot get flinched because that would be devastating. So he ends up going for Iron Head, no flinch, and I take down the returning hero. So I'm really happy with that turn of events. Once more, I just sack off Cough over here. That's the reason why I kept Kofagus around. Raffle Coffin doing some more damage, doing some nice damage. Raffle Coffin going down again, always going down, but always leaving a mark. This allows me to have a free switching into Ditto though, which allows me to copy his high-powered Mon, so I can just simply fire off returns. Just boom, boom, boom. So many returns. I've got overdue books, just returning them, hitting him with that nice hard copy of Lord of the Rings, the extended version, plus the Hobbit. Oh, baby. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt so badly. So, returns doing 33%. And all I have to do at this point is just go for another return. I don't need to do anything else. Ditto picks up another KO over here, Control C. And once more, I just go for return over here because it is my middle ground play. I knew it wasn't going to take him down. Not enough power, I guess. Not enough love. I need some more love. But mostly just because he can't switch in Aromatisse, he can't switch in Mega Lopunny. I'm faster than a lot of his Mons, so his only play was really Volt switching. So all I had to do was click return, and I put myself in a better position. So yeah, so that happens, and with all this, Mega Lopunny comes in, and all I have to do is, you know, send out El Capitan. Okay, the reason why I didn't go into Scissor was because I was hoping that Scissor could do more damage, and I was scared of Fire Punch because after copying the Mega Lopunny, I saw that it had Fire Punch, so I was like, that's a bit scary. So I'm not going to Mega Scissor, or not Mega. I'm not going into Skizor for here just because that could really be bad. And the poison damage, as well as the Sandstorm, is going to put Mega Lopunny in range for it to go down. I don't think I fired off any hits on it. Like, I think it just died to Rocky Helmet and Poison and Sandstorm. So just a slow, gradual KO over here. So at this point, I'm just going to Mega Evolve. I have to Mega Evolve. And I'm going for Roost because I do not take down this Mon at this range. And a little fun fact over here, I accidentally clicked, I was going to run a Sunny Day Mega Charizard X, but it was on the calculations and I missed the KO, but I do get it on the poison. So what that does, that little blunder of a play, it forces me to go into because I want to take down this thing and I need to live an overheat. So I'm pretty sure an overheat from Rotom H doesn't actually, it doesn't take it down at, or wait, let me think. So overheat might take down Florges. It might take it down. So I have to guarantee that it's going to be at -2, so I live for sure. And that when Florges comes in, he has to get a crit. So it's just pretty much playing the game by the numbers, and hopefully RNG is not against me this day or in favor of Todd. You know, cup half full, cup half empty. So I just go for a bullet punch, get some damage. Just no point of the, there's no point of damage. And he's at -2, so he does not get the crit, which guarantees me the victory at this point. He had like a small window of a chance to really get the victory. And Overheat is just doing like 9%. So 2 Moonblasts will take down this Mon, and we'll go with our 4th victory. I don't know why that was so weird to really just say it out loud. But we're still undefeated, 4-0. GG to Todd. Be sure to check out his stuff. He's got some awesome content. And yeah, so we're 4-0 right now, which means we're still on top of our conference. We're looking really good if we can make it into playoffs and keep this form. But next week we're going to be going against PotatoJim, and PotatoJim has an incredible team. I'm super hyped to go against this team. And yeah, this is one of the battles where, well, PotatoJim's battle will be one of the battles where the matchup isn't really in my favor. I don't know if it's in his favor because I haven't really looked into it. But a lot of the battles that I've been going against, I've had a really good matchup in terms of the team chemistry and whatnot. And this is the first time that I feel like it might not be in my favor. So I'm pretty excited about that because it is it's gonna be a bump in the road for sure. It's gonna be a bump in the road, and I'm excited about it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out Todd's channel once more. And hopefully you guys are supporting your Toronto SwaBlu Jays. Hopefully you guys are and keeping up with us. So thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna get going. And once more, I apologize for this being a post-com. It's a weird situation. I'm gonna do something. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna get going, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.